That's impossible.
No, I quite agree. Unless, perhaps, he refers to something yet to be. It is said that when Jormungandr and Thor battle at Ragnarok, their clash so violently shakes the tree of life that it splinters, casting the serpent backward through time, even before his own birth.
That is madness.
Well, I did say not to concern yourself.
We're finally home. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Bit drafty, maybe. It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your tadger.
Time to rest.
I'm gonna sleep through winter.
Okay, this'll do.
Sleep.
Way ahead of you.
Atreus, are you ready?
Yeah, but I had the weirdest dream. Fimbulwinter was ending, and Thor came for us. Here at the house.
It was only a dream.
But it felt different. It felt real. It felt like the future.
Then we can worry about it tomorrow. Today, there are still things we can do. Come.
Oh, I guess I skipped the credits, eh? Okay, and then we're back in the game. And then this is just... Okay. I could definitely want to keep playing this. This is really cool. Okay. That is cool, man. Okay, so let's talk about it real quick. I'm going to make a video. First, let me get to these super chats. Crikey, mate, thank you, sir. He says, thank you so much. It's very generous for this awesome adventure. I appreciate the heart and soul you put into this character. Well, yeah, I appreciate the kind words, man. And on behalf of the... I haven't seen the dragons yet. No, I'll play more. Let me move this over here so quick. But, yeah, no, thank you so much for that. It was a lot of fun to stream. Ian says he just left working at Sony with Mumbauer, who's the guy we interviewed a couple of weeks ago. I have to say it's been amazing to watch you play this. Thank you. Well, I appreciate people have been telling me to play it for a long time, and I'm glad I finally did. So, okay, what my initial just thoughts without putting too much thought into it. I think I'm going to do a more measured take on this later. Overall, I think okay, let me get to John Q real quick. John Q, thank you for the super chat. He says, that was dope, Jaffe. I look forward to hear your thoughts in the next video. Also, Barlog is a coward. I don't know about that, but I appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much, John Q. It was, I mean, here comes Barlog, that's right. What do I say about this game? You know, I really loved so much about this game. Like, I thought it was fantastic. Probably one of the best story-based games, like, for like this genre that I've ever played. There were a couple of places towards the end that I think, and I don't know if it was the editing of having to cut because of time, like some of you guys were saying, or the writing, it got a little weaker towards the end, and then it got a lot better towards the very end. But that aside, and the menu system and all the user interface stuff, which I think is just terrible, and the weakest part of this game is the map, the level up, the HUD. It's just really, really bad to me. But other than that, in that a couple of weird spots in the writing, and to be perfectly fair, I only noticed those spots in the writing because the rest of the writing is so fucking good in this game, like leaps and bounds above what I'm used to seeing in video games. It was just fantastic, and it was so great to be back with Kratos. It was really cool. Obviously, he's very different.
Green is good. Green is right. Green works.
Eric, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it. He says, hello, Jaffe and chat. It's been fun watching the original creator play the 2018 game and share his thoughts. I played the original again last year. It's still a beast of a game. Take care. Eric, thank you so much. Thanks for watching, hanging out with us, for the generosity, and that's very kind, buddy. Thank you. So I really, there's something about this game that resonates with me on a very deep level. And I don't know how much of it is my relationship with the series and how much of it is just, it's really good. It's probably a bit of both. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was really just great, man. I mean, I get why people have fallen in love with it. I get why it won all the awards. I do want to go back and play it and do more. You know, because it's really a fun game to play. It's fun to be the character. But I loved it, man. I just thought it was so. You know, it was. I loved seeing. You know, it sounds so dorky. I'm not trying to be dramatic and stupid and shit. This is what it feels like. I loved seeing my friend again. You know, he's different. He's grown, as have I. But you know, it was cool to see him again. You know, it was. I'm kind of proud of him. I know it's dumb, but I'm kind of proud of him. I really loved it. I'm so glad they kept making this game, and I'm so glad Corey took it in a fresh direction. That's the neatest fucking thing. And I'm excited, honestly, for myself. I'm excited that I got to be there at the beginning and lay some of those initial bricks of what this is today. It's like, shit, I got to work on something like that? That was pretty cool. Yeah, I love this game. I really, really did. Again, there are problems with it, but there's problems with everything. I think the real question is that I have about it is, now that you told me that Corey was bummed that he had to cut some stuff about the writing, I would love to know what the intention was, because the two weakest parts of the writing were absolutely the arc of Atreus, which just didn't make any fucking sense. And if it was almost like it went from being this very measured, adult, interesting, what's the word? You know, they weren't going for the cheap shots. They were really it was a very mature story. And then suddenly it became an after-school special where it's just like, hey, we're working as a team. Everything's great. I've learned my lesson, Pop. And Kratos is like, you're good, son. You know, I don't know about that. That felt really weird to me. The other part is I loved it when it got back to Kratos and Atreyu. I loved Freya up until the end. I didn't like that it became this story about her and her son. And I understand that there's this duality and it's about parents and kids. I get it. I totally get it. But I think as much as that might be a nice piece of subtext, or maybe not even subtext, I felt it took away. I mean, you have this whole story that is about Kratos, that is about his kid, that is about, the mother. And then it asks you at the very end almost to totally, like, it was emotional because they had done all the groundwork. They had laid the characters, they had laid the emotion. So when something happens, you really feel it. It's really good writing. That's what good writing is. Most video games don't have that. But suddenly at the end, I'm asked to give a shit about Baldur and his mother. And it totally, and she's like, I have to protect him. And I'm like, really? Why? He's a dick. And I mean, I get you're his mom, but none of that groundwork was laid. But they spent an inordinate amount of time with that story, especially at the climax. And it was like, that was weird. So I didn't like that, but it totally pulled itself out of the of that negative for me once it got into back to being about Kratos, Atreus, and his mom and all that stuff. So J-Song says it's the same with Thor and his sons that Kratos killed. It's all about, would you kill to protect your child? Again, I get all of it. I get all of that. I don't have any problem with that being the message or that being the theme, but having it be such a big part, especially given that Freya has been a certain character up until this point, and suddenly she's just different, and now we're supposed to feel something. That wasn't good. But I mean, most games all games probably wish they could have writing as good as this game. So I'm not, I'm going to, in a lot of ways, what doesn't work stands out more because everything surrounding it is so good. And then, the menu's really bad. They need to sit down with the menu team and the HUD team and really kind of do a better postmortem and say, what the fuck, fellas, we got to improve this shit. But overall, I loved it. Phenomenal fucking game. I definitely want to play more of it. Well, again, you guys, I'm not saying Silent Assassin. I don't understand the character of a mother who would kill for her son, even if the son is an asshole. I get all that. But I get it at a superficial tropey level. Like, what I've always been raving about this game since I've been playing it is, unlike a lot of games that, like, watch other movies and go, oh, in a movie or in a book, they do this, I'll just do that too, and I'll piggyback on the goodwill of an audience already feeling that way about that kind of scene. And usually that's why a lot of video game stories come off as sort of cliche and cringy and tropey. I get the stereotypical mother or parent that would do anything for their kid, even if their kid's a monster. But if you're not going to set any of that up and just spring it on me and ask me to care about it, it feels a little weird. But it was great. Fucking great. What do you give it out of 1 out of 10? I mean, it's not the best game I've ever played, but it's the very best game of this type that I've ever played. It is the top of the fucking food chain. Now, I haven't played Last of Us 2. I promised I will play that because people tell me, Jaffe, you should just fucking play it. So I'll play it. But this was superb. I mean, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I mean, and I rate really hard. I mean, I'm not like, I don't work for IGN or GameSpot, obviously. I mean, this is one of the best fucking games I've played in a long time, and this is the very best game that I've ever played in this specific genre. So I am impressed. I'm excited. I am buzzing with it. I am so, and this is condescending, but I am so proud of Corey, and I am so proud of that team, and I don't even know most of them, but the ones that I do know that are still there. What a amazing accomplishment, especially to have worked with these guys, a lot of them towards the beginning of their career, and to see them do this is insane. Good stuff. I will absolutely be looking very much forward to the new one. I will be looking forward to what happens with that team. I wish I could tell you what I know, but I won't because it's not my place to. But it's good things all around. So thank you guys for going on the journey. Much appreciated. I will be back tomorrow with a Gabbin' and Games for all. It's not just members only chat. Those are everybody can come to and chat and all that. That's around 3:30 tomorrow. If you're a member, tomorrow at 11:30 we have lunch with Jaffe. I'll drop a link. Thursday night we have gaming night. We're doing Killing Floor and Killing Floor 2 and something else. Everybody can play, but members have priority seating. And then Saturday there's a double feature movie that we're going to be watching. Members only the first movie, and then everybody watches the second movie if they want to. I'll put all this information up later. But for now, though, boy, thank you guys for doing this with me. Thank you guys for urging me to play it. What an absolute wonderful game. Thank you, Santa Monica, for making it. Thank you, Shannon, for sending me a copy. And I will see you guys. Thank you, Rob the Mod. Thank you, Bukaki Drive-By. Thank you, RPG. Thank you to all the super chats. Thank you to all the members. Much appreciated. I'll see some of you guys for lunch, and I'll see some of you guys for Gabbin' and Games. Be safe. See you guys. Bye. Thanks, everyone.